When I started 36 years ago, it was really from work experience at school. I chose to do it with a local workshop, a guy called Jeffrey Manley. Liked it so much, decided to take it up as a hobby, and my parents bought me my first lathe. Just started turning in the shed. After leaving school, I was lucky to be asked by him to be an apprentice, so I'd done 5 years production turning. After that, rented my first workshop on a farm in Upline. And the deal there was, instead of giving money, half the day was working on the farm, half the day was doing my wood turning. I was felling and being taught how to fell, and also woodland management. The upside of that, of course, was then all the best bits of timber I could then take for my wood turning and play with. That was my start, the wood turning. The things that inspire me are my surroundings. On walks, I see a piece of timber, that will sort of drive me to come up with a technique or form. I'm lucky to be able to walk 100 yards and be in woodland, and then another half mile down onto the beach. So there's all sorts of driftwood and evergreen oaks. A huge variation in timbers and scenery around me. Jurassic Coast is beautiful. You only have to kayak a few hundred yards and you could be in a completely different environment. And I do like traveling around different countries and seeing what wood turning heritage they might have. Whatever country you go to, even if they don't talk English, the common language is turning. I don't need to be talking to be understood. In terms of timbers, very much native timbers. Things like ash, and I love oak, and I love chestnut. I do like yew because of the colours that it will give. If in particular piece of ash has a burr or an interesting colour because it's grown in a mineral-rich area, then even better. Moving on from my production days, it's turned now more into teaching. You know, everybody has a style. My thing is teaching. And so my style really is a technique. Might be learning to use a skew, for instance, so it'd be how to do that. The resin table, it went on really from the resin jewellery. I wanted to do a bigger project, linking into one of my favourite hobbies, kayaking. One day I was kayaking along a beach near Lyme Regis. It's got these lovely channels that you can kayak right up almost to the cliffs. And I was kayaking up one of those, took some pictures, came back, and in the workshop, thinking of a table, I saw this piece of yew, and it just reminded me of those little channels that I've been kayaking up. And I thought, right, that's an idea for the next project. I have a friend that I work with who's an engineer metal worker. I had this idea for a long time that I wanted to link one of these tables with metalwork. And if you go to that beach, it was used in the shipping of lime, and so you'll see old railway track and old bits of metal sticking out. I thought, well, perfect way to link everything in together. I'm looking forward now to making the next one, really quite inspired. My future plans, I've got lots of wood turning friends around the world. So I think it's the traveling side, encouraging my family to come with me to experience the same things that I've experienced.